turn of the 19th century, most people would be surprised to find out that most vehicles on the road were actually powered by an alternative fuel source, either electricity or, in the case of this 1923 Stanley steamer, steam. I know, Stanley steamer, well, they're not your carpet cleaners back then. They were building cars like these. This car here, over 4,500 pounds of pure Detroit steel, with not a single safety feature we're used to today, such as anti-lock brakes or airbags, and definitely no ADAS systems. Well, our friends over at Hunter are leading the way in ADAS technology and calibrations. I think I'm gonna go head over there now and see what they have in the latest technology that's calibrating the cars on the road today. So this season on the road to AAPEX, you've seen me traveling to many different museums, giving you fun little history facts along the way. I didn't have to go far this time because here at the Hunter headquarters is a beautiful 54 Corvette. A couple of fun facts that you might not know about Corvette. 1953, the first 300 were actually built in Flint, Michigan, and they were handmade. But starting in 1954, the production moved here to St. Louis. And they were made here all the way up until 1981, when a white coupe was the last one off the line before they finally moved to Bowling Green, Kentucky. One other fun fact, we've all known, or you might know, that they were almost all exclusively made with fiberglass. That's not entirely true today, but they are still made with very lightweight materials. Fun facts about the Vette that you might not know.
Our recent purchase with Hunter was based on the fact that our old alignment machine lasted for 24 years, and I was very satisfied with that equipment, so when it was time to upgrade, I felt no need to shop around. I stuck with Hunter because that was tried and true.
Since 1927, AP Emissions has been your source for complete exhaust innovation. We're your one-stop shop for the exhaust brands you know and the quality you trust. Visit apemissions.com.
Introducing Nexa Motion Group, a family born to unite the most innovative businesses and brands in the automotive aftermarket. Here at NMG, we're not just changing the game, we're revolutionizing it. By bringing together TranStar Industries and top auto care experts, we're committed to delivering everything you need for aftermarket success, from top-notch parts distribution to a cutting-edge e-commerce platform. Moving forward, with the Nexa Motion Group, where cutting-edge innovation unites with exceptional service and quality products.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Yeah.
Really?
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 Really. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
We are MPA, Motor Car Parts of America, a global manufacturer of light and heavy-duty rotating electric, brake parts, wheel hubs and bearings, turbochargers, and electrical component testing. MPA, the global leader for parts and solutions.
The entire weight of today's vehicle is supported on a surface smaller than a credit card, inside the wheel hub assembly. With so much riding on it, why would you use something other than OE quality replacement parts? OE quality, premium product. BCA bearings by NTN.
So the road to AAPEX has taken me to St. Louis to see my friends at Hunter, which have been around for quite a while. And the road to AAPEX would not be smooth, and my steering wheel would not be straight without Hunter equipment. John, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Tell us a little bit about what your role is here, and I want to know a little bit more about the history of Hunter as well.
Well, Joe, certainly glad to be with you here today. And we've had an incredible history with Babcox, and it's really cool to be able to kind of kick this thing off. And certainly what's really neat about Hunter is we are a 78-year-old family-held company. We're in our third generation, and the company started in 1946 by Lee Hunter. And right after he served in World War II, right when he got back with the invention of a wheel balancer, and it was actually an on-the-car wheel balancer, and that's how Hunter got started back in 1946.
Yeah, you've got the picture over there that, of course, we'll show the beer. We'll show images of that, but it was right here that they were doing the Corvettes.
That's correct.
And they were building those in St. Louis
right.
that they started that. So Lee Hunter Jr., 1946.
Correct. Yeah, it's really neat. It's really cool. And since then, we have just completely grown organically. We have never acquired a company. The family just continues to invest in the business, and we've just grown over the years. And certainly the things that have driven our business are innovation, number one, and it's really cool to kind of talk about our patents and all the, innovation we've brought to the industry. Certainly our sales and service organization out in the field, for local support to be able to help our customers. It's just been a really cool progression over the 78 years to where we are today, and it's really been fun to kind of watch that.
The headquarters is massive. You've got R&D here, you've got obviously the history as well, but you guys also do all of your training here, right?
That's correct.
So we've got technicians here today.
That's right.
That are training on the equipment, so they come here and do it. You're not farming this out or anything
That's
like that.
correct.
You're training your field reps as well and sales, right?
That's right. Yeah, and we have 40 training centers around the United States, and it's really cool to have that training in the local markets as well. It's a really important part of what we do. Certainly, we have that large sales and service team that we have to train, and that's all done right back here. They spend between 5 and 8 weeks here for training, which is awesome.
It is.
And certainly this is a hands-on business, right? So we want our guys to get our hands on equipment and really understand that. But then from a technician standpoint, we think it's really important to support the entire industry with training, and we have an incredible training department with a few folks here, and I think you learned a little bit about our learning management system that our technicians can use, and it's a really, really cool aspect of what we do.
Let's talk about innovation and what's coming down the road for Hunter, because Hunter obviously doesn't stay in business for 78 years by just sitting around doing nothing new. You guys are always developing and coming out with new products that I usually get to see and play with, and some of those products are really cool. Talk about something that's coming out.
Big thing is going to be around ADAS, advanced driver assist systems, and our ultimate ADAS system certainly is the world-leading technology in doing ADAS calibration, so that's going to be highlighted at both SEMA and at AAPEX as well.
And you guys are showing that off when you are at the display so people can actually watch a full-time calibration with this ultimate ADAS.
That's correct.
It's fantastic. And you guys are also going to be part of Joe's Garage in AAPEX
as
well.
We are.
What are you guys going to be doing there?
So same thing. We're going to have Ultimate ADAS in Joe's Garage. Yep. And we'll be able to show ADAS calibrations on an alignment rack or on a flat floor. So that'll be live at Joe's Garage. Additionally, we have some other equipment on display that's kind of adjacent to the Joe's Garage booth, where we'll be able to show all the Hunter products that we have on display there as well.
So hopefully a lot of people will stop by and get to watch this stuff in action. That's the really great part about that, is being able to see it in action. So if you're somebody that's, I want to buy this, but I'm not sure, that's a great opportunity for you actually to watch it done, talk to the techs and the representatives, and learn it while you're there. And that's a way to really decide, hey, these are the kind of people that really care about the product. You're not just showing it. You don't have a table and going, hey, here's a brochure. Exactly. You guys are really hands-on with that.
That's it. I mean, hands-on demonstrations, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, techs want to get their hands on things. We're a visual company. We're a hands-on organization, very technical organization. So certainly we can talk about product, at a high level, or we can get down to some very, very technical discussions and do that live. And we're going to be doing that at Joe's Garage.
That'll be great. And you know what? Babcox is going to be lucky enough to get an ultimate ADAS in our facility as well. So hopefully you'll get to see me on some videos with that.
Can't wait. It'll be really cool to see that, and you're going to enjoy using it, and kind of bringing that to life for the world, and really seeing how simple ADAS calibrations can be with the right technology. And it'll be really fun to kind of watch you do that.
John, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us a little bit about Hunter's past and the future. I think we're going to go pop into some training classes and see what they got going on as well. Stay tuned.
is about more than just having advanced technology. It's about understanding and fulfilling our customers' needs at every step of the journey. We take pride in being more than just a supplier. We are your partners in progress.
Looking for a refreshing change? Say goodbye to sluggish performance and reach for the one that won't slow you down. Experience the force of clean, pure oil. Wix Premium Filters. Performance starts here.
Information is power, and powerful repair information makes your technicians more efficient and your shop more profitable. Introducing Mitchell One, the most trusted source for auto repair information, shop management, and marketing solutions. Mitchell One, powering shop success with complete information. That's our mission.
Aftermarket Armor introduces a bed liner that has a 4-hour pot life, which is twice as long as the competition, giving you the needed time to complete the job. A proprietary formulated product giving you the best UV resistance, protecting your vehicle from sun fade for years to come. Find out more at aftermarketarmor.com. Buckle up, AAPEX attendees. Looking for OE performance in your automotive aftermarket parts? Continental delivers. Our aftermarket products match OE standards, ensuring technicians can install them with confidence. Continental, we know OE because we are OE.
We're just 20 minutes away from the Hunter headquarters at the National Museum of Transportation here in St. Louis. And you know what? For the road to AAPEX, this is a great place to find out how the transportation system allowed us to even get to AAPEX. Let's go inside and see what we can find out. I didn't expect at the National Transportation Museum to find a 63 Chrysler turbine car. These are very, very rare cars, and only a few remain today, and this one runs. Jay Leno also owns one as well. Back in the day, starting in the 1950s, many automobile manufacturers started playing around with the idea of alternative fuels and different types of combustion to be able to power the cars. In 1963, Chrysler had the Chrysler turbine. This is not a standard engine, it's a turbine style engine that can run on just about anything combustible, including perfume. Now, when they launched this program, they chose 50 different families in a test trial all over the world to be able to drive these cars. It was actually pretty successful, and most people liked it. Unfortunately, the gas mileage wasn't really what they were hoping for, and eventually the program ceased. There is a video, sadly, that you can see of most of these cars getting crushed. This is one of the most interesting cars I've ever seen in person, and if you want to find out more about it, there's tons and tons of things you can look up online, but I wish I could take it for a ride. So joining me today is Miles. We're still here at Hunter, but we got some new stuff we're going to learn today. Miles, tell us a little bit about what you do here at Hunter.
Yeah, so I'm the field training manager here with Hunter. But basically my role is kind of on the technical training side. So I work really closely with not only our service techs and business consultants, but also our distribution partners and customers. So I do a lot of technician training. I do kind of one-on-one sessions with customers when they decide they want to come into Hunter and do deep dives on the equipment. So I'm kind of the guy. I'm kind of the guy for that. So it's a lot of fun. I love what I do here. It just gives me a really cool opportunity to use my skills previously as an automotive tech, background in automotive, to just have fun playing with cool equipment.
I love it. And speaking of playing with new equipment, behind us, we've got the latest and greatest, the Ultimate ADAS. You know, I do a lot of the DAS 3000 ADAS Link videos, which you may or may not have watched. Yes. I don't know. I've seen you do a couple things on YouTube as well for Hunter, but talk to me about what makes this the Ultimate ADAS.
So what's really cool about Ultimate ADAS is it really solidifies and simplifies the way we do those calibration procedures. So kind of to really understand what this brings to the table, we have to kind of talk about what the current process looks like right now. And it's, you probably know, it's string and plumb bobs and tape on the floor and a lot of just pain and time that goes into setting that up just to get a target in front of a car so we can recalibrate a camera, right? So what Ultimate ADAS does is it brings to the table the simplicity of using pinpointed lasers and laser guidance down on the floor for the technician to tell him exactly where he needs to put that target, whether it's on the side of the car, behind it, in front of it, off to the side, whatever it may be. So it really, really simplifies that process of setting up those targets.
Doesn't it also help if you have some irregularities on the floor? It can also take that into consideration as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have some variability there where we can offset for off-level floor in a shop, because we understand not every shop is going to have a perfectly level floor. So if there's a little bit of a slope in that bay, we can compensate for that.
Well, let's walk through a demonstration.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good.
So we're going to walk through a calibration setup for what would basically be blind spot monitor on a lot of different vehicles. So essentially, if you think about kind of the manual process of doing this in the shops today, we have to pull a center line with string, we're hanging plumb bobs, we're making marks on the floor with tape, because really what we're going to do is set a target kind of off the rear quarter panel of the car.
Yeah, and these targets are only, these diamonds, they're not very big, and placement of that is critical.
Yes.
And it can be a challenge when you're trying to do it like you just said, with angles and tape and strings, and it can be really hard to get that just right. And this is gonna take that away, right?
It's gonna simplify it, yeah.
I wanna see this.
We're gonna do this, and it's gonna be about a 3 to 4 minute process to set this up, which is far and away beyond what we're doing now, kind of the manual. We're gonna turn over here to our software, and we're gonna go ahead and rock and roll.
Let's do it.
All right, so we got everything set up over here on the software. So I've already kind of selected our vehicle, we put our targets on, rolled the car. We kind of do a normal roll comp like we would for any other alignment setup, right?
Okay.
That's kind of our first step. So we've already done that.
Good.
Prior to. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in, select that blind spot monitor. So just simple K keys, just like any other Hunter alignment machine. We're gonna select K4 to move on to that process. And then on the right side, we get a nice setup as far as kind of a step-by-step process for going through this calibration. So number one, get everything in the home position. So essentially get the ADAS fixture to where it can see the targets on the car. Simple, easy. So we'll hit next. So the aligner's gonna do a couple things. So the camera boom, this is pretty cool. It's gonna set its height automatically for us, so I don't have any kind of intervention from me as the technician at this point. It's gonna set it to where it needs to go. From there, it's gonna go and look for the targets on the car again, and we're gonna light up our clear space. So essentially what's gonna happen is those laser gimbals up there next to the cameras, they're gonna light up, they're gonna show down on the floor how much space we need per OE requirements to do this calibration.
It takes guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really cool, because now me as a technician, I can look down on the floor with the laser guidance and in 3 to 5 seconds go, I have enough space here, or no, I don't. I need to move the car and find somewhere else better suitable for this.
It's gonna set the height now, it's looking for the targets now, and you said the space is gonna be, tells us how much space we need.
Yeah, so we get the laser gimbals that'll light up and show us the clear space down on the floor. And then once we're ready to go, we can go move on to the next step. Cool, so now once we have that in position, the laser gimbals light up, shows us the clear space down on the floor with the green line lasers. And essentially what we're doing is we're kind of drawing a box behind the car that shows us how much clear space we need per the OE specifications for the setup. So very simple, easy for the technician to kind of very quickly determine if he's got enough space or not.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll move on to the next step from here. So we'll go ahead and hit K4. Now it's gonna ask us to mount our target. So in this case, we've got that little geometric reflector we talked about
reflector,
earlier,
yep.
right? So we've got that guy. There's a QR code there on the top. So I don't have any next button up on the software, so it's gonna require me to scan that so we can move to the next step. So we'll go ahead and mount that up to our fixture there. So we'll be ready.
Essentially, that's proving that you used it.
Correct. Yeah.
Like it.
And we document that as part of the process as well too. So it tells the technician on the documentation that he used this particular target, in this case, target 320. Yeah. So we document all that through that whole process as well too. So from here, Joe, you're gonna see a laser light up on the floor back here. So this is kind of cool. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna hit the K4 button, move to the next step. It's gonna blink. And what we do is we actually measure the floor height at that particular location. So if there is a little bit of a slope to the floor, we set our fixture height correctly once we get that fixture placed. So we get our green line there with the red dot. We'll bring our fixture in, and I'm just gonna set this on the floor, get that lined up with our red dot.
Oh, look at that.
Just about like that. Clean that up just a little bit, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Love this.
Yeah, so we'll move to the next step here, and now we're gonna go ahead and get our fixture plumb. So we wanna go ahead and get this squared up with the car. So that laser gimbal shines a red dot up here on that crosshair, right up here at the top. So we'll lock that in place. I'll hit K4, move to the next step. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a cleanup. So that was kind of my rough end, and now we're gonna do a fine adjustment. So that laser light's blinking, and every time it blinks, it's taking a distance measurement. So we're really kind of moving this very easy here to get that lined up. The crosshairs again, once it stops, lock it back down. Now we're in the correct spot on the floor. This is also plumb, true to the car. And then the last step, we're gonna go ahead and set the height of our reflector here. So we'll move to the next step. You'll see that laser light come down. So it's right about there. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this up, get that laser dot right there between the two red lines. Now the height's set. We'll do a confirmation measurement there on that, make sure it's in the right spot. And from there, we hook up our scan tool and do the calibration. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Guys, I don't have much of a future left with this thing coming out. But I look forward to actually getting to use it when it's in the Babcock Garage Studio. So I will be doing some videos in the future on Ultimate ADAS, and hopefully I can make it look as easy as Miles did. Thanks for showing us.
My pleasure.
Can't wait to see this work in the field. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
As a technician, I've used Hunter equipment for over 30 years. I've seen how they've changed, evolved, and where they're going tomorrow. Really great time here at the Hunter headquarters. I got to see their training facility, see how they train their field reps, and how they are committed to training them and keeping the best in the field. Really a good time here, and you know, another great thing that you're gonna be able to do at AAPEX is visit them at Joe's Garage. You wanna learn more about Ultimate ADAS, it's gonna be there. You wanna get hands-on, you can do that. Remember, November 5th through the 7th at Joe's Garage, you can talk to the Hunter reps yourself and find out why I enjoyed so much here today at Hunter. We'll see you then.